Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer. I could take a nap. I keep yawning.
I know.
And I'm drinking bourbon, which can go one of two ways.
Right.
Either I'm going to get drunk fast or I'm going to get real sleepy fast. So hopefully it's the first one.
This is going to turn into a meditation podcast. Apt. And
That's right.
We'll all just be very tranquil.
Oh, man. No, to be good. It's just fall has started.
Oh, I was thinking that when I walked out my front door, I was like, ooh, it's chilly.
Yeah. And my falls are busy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like constant. I've got meetings like every day. I am not. Listen, I've been teaching for almost 5 years. And that's it. I'm a baby teacher.
Yeah.
Late in life, old lady, just starting teacher. And I have purposely avoided all committees.
Smart.
And this year, it's like, hey, could you hop on this committee? I'm like, oh, sure.
They caught on to you.
Yeah. Now I'm on like 3 committees.
Oh, no.
I'm on 2 committees and staying after all the time. And I'm not used to it.
Yeah. It's like you're a real adult.
Oh, I know. I don't like it. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm noticing my voice.
Your voice?
I'm noticing my voice is a little hoarse tonight. And I think it's because I taught 3 class periods today.
Oh.
But I loved it. Every time I get like a taste of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to love teaching. It was so much fun though.
What did you teach?
Just PE, which I like. If they ever ask me to do a special area, I'm like, sure, as long as I can do it in the gym. Yeah. Because that's my jam. Kids love the gym. So if you can, if you play your cards right. Now I've seen some crazy substitutes in gyms where it's like all hell is breaking loose. And like, what is going on in there? They're having a party, but it's about to be a fight and a mob in any minute. But if you can play your cards right in the gym and you know how to work the gym, it's the best place to sub. So
well, that's fun.
Yeah, I had a blast. But now I'm like, oh wow, I talked a lot today and my voice is it's showing. Yeah. So here we go. We'll start a talking podcast.
Everybody's going to be asleep.
Right. I'm hoarse. You're tired. This is going to be great.
It'll be so exciting. I did want to say, I didn't even mean to say it on air, but our episode last week, we both did a beautiful job.
You think so?
Yeah. I had to edit very little. I mean, the bulk of it was our crunching.
Oh, I was going to say.
I had to edit a lot of crunching. But we both read our stories so well. It's like we're doing this as a professional job.
Oh my gosh. Like it's really all coming together now?
It is. We're like, ooh, we got professional mics.
I love it.
Guess we'll start being professional.
Okay, here we go. Let's keep it tight.
Yeah.
And that sounded dirty. And
it always does.
Drink our wine.
What'd you do this weekend?
Girl, I went party hopping, which I haven't done in I don't know how long.
Oh, man.
But I went from that party to Tim and Chad's neighbor had a house party and they were doing keg stands.
What? How old are their neighbors?
Oh, they're young pups. They're in their 20s still.
Oh, all right.
But they're a lot of fun. And they love Tim and Chad because who doesn't? So they always come over to Tim and Chad's like little bonfires. So of course we get invited whenever they have a party. But there were keg stands and Jello shots.
Oh.
I did one of the two. I'll let you guess which one I did.
Nah, I bet you did a Jello shot. I've never done a keg stand.
You've never done a keg stand? You went to college and you never did a keg stand?
No, don't you have to get lifted up? That always freaks me out. I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're not fun. They're only fun for the crowd cheering.
Okay. Can you explain it for me? Somebody holds up your feet above your head.
Yeah, like a bunch of people get around you. It's almost like light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Okay.
Only not as spooky.
Okay.
Unless you choke on the beer.
Yeah, it actually sounds scarier.
Yeah, it really is. So then they tip you like kind of like to your feet are higher than your head.
Okay.
And then you put the like end of the keg in your mouth and just drink.
What's the point? Do you drink differently? Does gravity make it harder to drink?
Well, it just like the keg itself shoots a whole lot of beer out. It's just kind of the challenge behind it, I think.
Could you do it standing up?
Sure, but then where's the fun in that? I think it's like you don't really have control over it. Somebody's like holding it in your mouth.
Oh,
so it's kind of like you've got to drink
I don't like
as
that.
long as you can, as long as they're holding you up. You just have to chug it.
What if you can't?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you die, but I don't know.
If you stand up and do it, it's literally a keg stand.
True. That is true. I don't know. These college folk, who knows? But do you remember when Mom taught us how to shotgun beers?
Yeah, I do.
That was at my graduation party. I just remember, again, Melissa, who I say again, she just cracks me up because she was like, in high school, did your mom tell us to go drinking one day? And yeah, she did, because she was so tired of us always just sitting around her kitchen table.
Right.
Being dorky and wanting to hear her stories because she's so funny and talking. And then finally she looked around at all of us, and we're all just thinking she's enjoying herself as much as we're enjoying ourselves. She's like, hey, isn't there like a party you all can go to, like with drinking and beer and stuff you're not supposed to get into? And we're like, wait a second. But anyway, Melissa, she was at that party, and she was like, look at your mom go again. See, here we are in college, and she's teaching us how to shotgun beers. It's a fun lady.
Pretty cool mom.
Yeah, she is. And the funny thing is, she doesn't really drink that much.
Yeah, she really doesn't. Or never has, really.
Maybe she did back in the day. She knows how to. Let's say that.
That's true. All right, well, we got some good stories. You want to jump into it?
Yeah, we got some long ones tonight.
I know. Okay, so we're going to read a story. What did we end up calling Charlie?
Oh, shoot.
Something like Cheers Again, Charlie. She hasn't liked it yet.
No, Cheers, Chelsea. Cheers is to Chelsea.
Oh, all right.
I know what it's not, and I'm not going to say it.
How about Champion
Charlie? Because I'll tell you right now, I think Charlie has sent us a little package.
I know. I don't think it's a little package. That's what she said. She wrote us a message today that said, how big is your P.O. box?
That's a great question.
I was like, there is no limit.
Yeah.
It's so big.
Bring it on, girl. She like ships herself.
Heck, that'd be fun. It'd be weird. It'd be a weird way to get here, but it'd be fun.
Chomping at the bit, Charlie, I'm telling you.
Can you imagine us like opening up that key and she'd be like, thank goodness. I've been in here for 3 days.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. So in other words, I'm just going to try to be a little bit more, what is the word? Accommodating.
Sure. Yeah. You send us a present. We'll change your name. I'm going Champion Charlie.
Okay.
Especially because I think maybe we're going to get some cherries. And I tell you what.
Ooh, Cherry Charlie.
She's been promising. Yeah, let's just call her Cherry Charlie.
Cherry Charlie. I love it.
She's been promising those bourbon cherries.
I know.
Oh, that's all I want.
Right.
Okay. Hello and good evening to my favorite pair of sisters again.
I'm so glad we're still her favorite, even though I nickname her name.
I'm her favorite.
Well, clearly you are.
I have a few short stories to share with you today, and I mean actually short, for real this time. Let's get into it. But girl, I've looked at this email length, and it's short. Maybe it's just a ton of short stories.
I love it, though.
I've had a handful of weird things happen in the house I currently live in. I don't think the house itself is haunted. The weird experiences have been few and far between. I am, however, an open-minded, intuitive, and perceptive person. And I think that every once in a while, that serves as a beacon for spirits just passing through. One night, I was in my husband's computer room, smoking a little Mary Jane before bed.
Hey, Charlie's so fun.
Yeah. Are you noticing a pattern with me yet? I was just chilling, probably scrolling Facebook or TikTok, when my husband's computer turned on by itself. Now, I may be a believer, but I do have a skeptical side. Normally, I would chalk it up to something electrical causing the computer to switch on. I can't do that this time, though, because I heard the button on the computer power click before the fan started whirling, and the screen came to life. It makes a very distinct sound, and I can't think of a single thing that I've ever had in my house that makes the same sound. I stood up and said, nope, not today. Put away my bong, a sweet bong, might I add, and left the room without turning the computer back off. As far as I know, it hasn't happened again, and if it has, I wasn't around to hear it.
Okay, I also love that Charlie uses a bong.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays it's a vape or
I know, a bong seems very like a commitment.
Yeah, Charlie just seems classic. Just like, yeah, I'm going for it.
Right.
Here I am with me and my bong on a Saturday night and some TikTok.
I feel like if I knew how to get a hold of whatever you would put in a vape, I could get onto a vape.
Oh, absolutely. But who? How do you do that?
I don't have any idea. It's like liquid pod. How do you do that?
I know. Like, who carries that? What store?
Yeah, and I can't ask people. What if they're an undercover cop?
Absolutely not.
I don't even know how to do a keg stand, Megan. I'm not going to go asking random people, do you have pot water?
Right?
What do you call it?
Pot water.
Liquid pot for my vape.
I don't think it's called pot water.
Maybe it's just the bong water.
I know normally.
Oh, that's gross.
You're the cool one, but in this case,
no, I'm not cool when it comes to drugs.
Pretty sure it's not called pot water. But I would love for you to go around asking for pot water
and get arrested. Hey. It won't happen.
I don't think that's how that works. Can I have some pot water?
I'm not gonna try it.
Arrest this old lady right now. She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Old lady. All right. Okay, another thing that happened in my current house, I was washing dishes one day when I realized I forgot to check the living room for any stray cups or bowls I might have missed. I turned the faucet off and walked toward my living room when I saw what looked like a white mist in the shape of a person.
Ooh.
Peeking out at me from behind my bookcase. Ooh, I don't like when they're peeking.
Yeah, peeking is never good.
It didn't feel scary or threatening, so I acknowledged it by saying hello. Oh, I don't like that. By saying hello. She didn't emphasize that. I just panicked when I read it. As soon as I did, the misty person looked as taken aback as a featureless human-shaped thing could possibly look.
Oh, what does that do? Like,
as if to say, you can see me? Also, I'm picturing it like stepping back and then looking both ways, like, me?
Like, what?
Almost as soon as I realized I saw it, the mist person fully hid behind my bookcase. Ooh, so not disappeared, but like ducked back in.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
I got closer to see if it was still there, but it was gone. I remember being sad that I startled it into leaving because it seemed friendly, and I love a good friendly ghost story. Wow. No, I don't like any of that. I would not have that feeling. If you didn't feel
scared of something.
Why would I not feel scared of a floating mist in my house?
I don't know. I tell you all the time, you're the ghost expert. I'm guessing some spirits don't seem scary. They bring a different emotion with them.
I mean, I'm not technically afraid of our nice little Anthony who lives in our house, but I don't want to see him.
Yeah. Okay.
I would be afraid.
Okay. There's like no part of you that just wants that absolute proof.
Not in my house.
Okay.
Like I would love.
Like, Anthony, let's go on a date. Like somewhere neutral. I'll meet you at a Denny's.
I mean, I don't want to be weird.
That's true. You don't want to lead them on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you. But I would love to see a ghost like out at Waverly or out somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywhere that I don't live. At school. I would love to see a ghost somewhere that I'm like, this is scary.
Okay.
Don't come in my house.
Huh. Okay.
And Anthony knows he's chill. I've told him that before. I'm like, you're welcome, but like, don't let me see you.
I love that you talk to your ghosts.
Oh, I for sure do. Not plural. My ghost. It's singular. Okay, the last one takes place in a town I was born in. Let me take you to good old Auburn, Indiana. There are a couple cemeteries in town that I know of. The old Auburn Cemetery has a reputation for ghost sightings. I used to like to take walks through the cemetery, and I would often bring some paper and charcoal with me to do rubbings of some of the headstones. My class did that once on a field trip in elementary school, and it just kind of stuck. Anyway, I was walking through the cemetery, paper and charcoal in hand, when it started to get dark. It was dark enough to need light to see the words on the headstones, but not so dark you couldn't see anything at all. I finished my last rubbings and was about to leave when I saw 3 or 4 flickering orange lights clear at the other end of the cemetery. I didn't feel threatened, but I needed to go anyway, so I left immediately. Years later, my husband and I went on a walking ghost tour, where a paranormal investigator took a group of people on a walk around Auburn, telling us about some of the history and haunts there. The group walked up to the gate at the old Auburn Cemetery, and what do you know, the investigator told us that people commonly report seeing orange lights floating in the cemetery.
Wow.
I had no idea before then. So it wasn't like Inception. Now here is where this ties into my last story. I think time is thin in the old Auburn Cemetery, and the orange lights are the flickering of lanterns. When I saw them, they were spread out, going up and down the cemetery rows, as if they were reading the names on each headstone, looking for a lost loved one.
Or they were there doing their own sketches.
Oh, true. Like an old-timey historian.
Sketch.
What do you call an old-timey historian? Not a historian. A current events.
A current events person.
Those are all the stories I have time for tonight, but I definitely have more filed away in my noggin. So stay tuned for more at a later date. For now, I will leave you with this. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, I strongly believe that everything in our reality can be explained by science. Does that mean that hauntings aren't actually hauntings and ghosts are not ghosts? Again, I won't pretend to know what I'm talking about, but my answer is not necessarily. I think science and magic or the mystical go hand in hand. We just don't know for certain how they are connected. We could theorize all day. I just hope I live to see the day science explains what hauntings are and why they occur. But if I don't, well, maybe I'll find out in my afterlife.
I thought she was going to say, maybe I'll find out listening to you two. Yeah, good luck. Don't hold your breath.
Cheers, Chelsea.
Aaron. Are you fucking kidding me? That was not from Charlie.
Oh my gosh, Megan. Okay, her name is Chilarkles and looks like Charlie. How do I fix that? Do we just say
no? Do we? I mean, it is pretty damn funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like especially that very end part. I was like, that does not sound like Charlie. Like when she goes into the part about science and being a skeptical believer, because I'm in my mind, Charlie's like hardcore believer.
Yeah.
Not that she doesn't believe in science too, but like that Charlie, I feel like would poke a little more fun at me.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking,
oh,
wow,
man.
Charlie's being so nice to me tonight.
Also, I was like, I didn't know Charlie smoked pot.
I know. Oh my gosh. Poor Charlie. We're like, Charlie's cool. Listen, Charlie, even if you don't
Charlie,
smoke pot,
you are cool. I asked for pot water.
From a bong. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is so funny and so embarrassing. So I'm sure you're going to edit some of this out, but
oh man,
turns out that
I'm so sorry. Charlie, I'm sorry. Chelsea, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a little dyslexic. Let's not discount that.
True. Put that in there.
Oh, sheesh. Hey, that was a great story, Chelsea.
Yeah. And Charlie, they like Cobra. I was totally picturing Charlie smoking that bong
the whole time.
Oh man, and kind of in the back of my mind thinking, man, Charlie and Chelsea need to get together.
I don't think I realize how much I envision our readers who we'd like gotten to know.
Oh, I totally
I pictured her in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now the whole story is shifting in my brain. I'm so embarrassed. That's the most embarrassing moment of the podcast.
Oh yeah, that definitely was. And we're gonna have to just keep it in.
I know, I can't. There's no way to edit it. I'm gonna have to write both of them emails ahead of time.
Yes.
First of all, I read your story. Second of all, I gave you none of the credit until a long time in.
And Charlie, hopefully you don't get offended by anything. Really.
What would you get offended by?
Well, us saying that she smokes weed. No. Which, I mean, we feel fine with it.
Okay.
Clearly, Chelsea feels fine with it.
I bet Charlie does too.
I'm sure Chelsea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying she does. I'm just saying I bet she's fine with the concept.
Yeah, surely she's cool with it, I guess. But oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, it's just so funny to me that I also know them both so well.
Right.
That I was thinking, because also, cheers, Chelsea.
Yeah. And also, the funny thing is we don't know them so well.
I know.
Never met them, but truly you get to know them.
You do. And their writing styles, I thought, boy, this does not sound like Charlie. Like Charlie would have poked, because usually our thing, Charlie and I have like a banter, poking back and forth. And I thought, well, she's going light on me tonight. Which was fine, but I was like, I'm ready. Like usually when Charlie comes up, I'm like, okay, let's go, girl.
Oh my
man,
gosh.
Too funny.
That is so funny. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay. Listen, we're back at work now. This is not our full-time job. I wish
it could be.
You all would make us famous so that it could be. But you guys, it's fine. Apparently you all are busy too. So we'll let you off the hook.
So really, this is your fault.
It's all your fault that this happened, because if we could dedicate all of our time to this podcast, seamless.
Never mess up.
Never. You wouldn't even have bloopers.
Oh goodness. Well, that was a great story, Chelsea.
you know what? I think it makes for a good laugh. If anything, people love making fun of us for it.
For sure.
I mean, you got to just laugh at yourself sometimes.
Absolutely.
Fine. All right. So
let's get down to debunk.
Oh,
to defeat the myths. Oh my gosh, that was really good. Was it?
Well, I think we know which direction that bourbon's going. Sure. That was great. Okay. So,
do you know what that was from?
No.
Mulan?
Aaron, why would I know Mulan?
Because you're not that much older than me.
Oh, Moulin Rouge?
No, Mulan, the Disney movie.
I don't watch Disney movies.
Yeah, but
Aaron.
At one point you were a kid.
Yeah, I hated them then. The only one that I liked was Aladdin because it had Robin Williams in it.
You can't hate Mulan. If you tried to watch it right now,
is that the one with the lions?
That's Lion King. You don't even know that Lion King and Mulan are different?
It's Mufasa. Mulan, Mufasa.
Well, I'm impressed that you knew that, actually.
Yeah. I think that's because I keep seeing ads. Isn't there like a new Mufasa out or something?
I don't think so. There's a new Ariel coming out.
I feel like there's a new Lion King movie called Mufasa because I'm married to a Disney animated nerd who loves that stuff.
Wouldn't it be weird if you're just married to an animated Disney man? And if you were, it should be the man from Mulan because he's the hottest one.
Oh my gosh, I could tell you all what's underneath their clothes. Do you ever?
I don't want to know.
Well, it's like a Barbie. You know, you're like, weren't you a kid and you were playing with
but they're
what's
smooth
underneath that plastic?
Now that I'm a grown up, the thought of just seeing a smooth bottom down there, the smooth.
Yeah, with no crack.
Ooh, it was weird. Horrible. I don't want to picture that. And now that's all I'm picturing.
Sorry.
And it's weirdly of your husband, but like smooth. I really don't want to picture that. Oh, either way, I guess I'd rather picture smooth. I don't want to think about it anymore. Can you change the subject?
It ain't smooth. Okay. Moving on. I don't know how we got there. Okay. How did we get there?
I started singing Mulan.
Why did you start singing Mulan?
Because it felt like the right time.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know
I changed it.
That is why I don't know why we're on this tangent because you just threw in a random song.
I changed the song to match our podcast.
Okay.
Let's go on. Mm-hmm. How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling tonight?
You want to wrap it up? Start again? Okay.
And that was scene 1. Now we're going to take 2.
Now we're going to do the real podcast. Welcome. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hold on. What was I doing? Oh, debunking your song. That's right. I wasn't debunking your song. I was debunking your song. Okay. Your song was the intro.
Yes.
To my debunking.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you for that. That
beautiful setup I gave you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was seamless. Okay. Now I got to remember the story and get that damn song out of my head.
We've got smoking a bong. Is that what you call it?
Smoking a bong? Sure. Hitting the bong.
Hitting the bong.
Hit the bong. But now what's funny is I'm like, now hold on. I was totally going to razz Charlie because that's our thing about the bong. So now I got to go back and think of how I would debunk this for Chelsea. Okay.
She heard the click of the button.
Click. Okay. So I wonder if like the button itself was malfunctioning. Like how old is the computer? Was the button like sticky at some point? You have kids, I don't know, and it like kind of stuck. And then it was like just timing and all of a sudden it like unclicked.
Yeah.
If there was something like that might have happened. So, because I could see how if it just turned on, that wouldn't be that scary. But hearing the sound.
Right.
You know, because I'm
like a manual thing you have to do.
Like really you got to push them far in.
Yeah.
So I could see how that would catch you off guard, but I still think there might be a plausible excuse.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Okay. So that's number 1.
Now we got a white mist peeking around that she wants to be friends with. Like right. Casper.
Okay. Casper is in the house, and how much weed was Chelsea smoking at this point?
She didn't. I'm just
asking. I'm just asking.
During this passing.
I know that Chelsea is very much, experienced in the world of weed.
Okay.
So I'm sure her tolerance, she can handle her shit, is what I'm saying. But at the same time, weed was introduced into the story. So I would be not the very good skeptic if I didn't just say, well, maybe we had a little too much weed while we were doing the dishes.
All right. Okay. I mean, I don't know about that one. I'll give you the computer malfunction. That's a pretty good one.
And Chelsea, I can hear you rolling your eyes right now. So I get it. But it's my job as the skeptic. So I got to do my job. Sorry.
Okay. What were the lights in the cemetery?
Well, I kind of liked her explanation of the, like, what did she say? Time is thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's not necessarily ghost. That's almost like two worlds overlapping in some way.
I love that that's okay to you.
Well, because time is so confusing to me.
Time is so, yeah, I don't like thinking about it too much.
Time is so confusing to me. Like, I feel like, like I'm just now kind of starting to age, but I feel like I looked the same way for so long. Like, through my 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
I felt like I looked exactly the same. I'm like, how is that possible? Then you look, I mean, of course, now I look back at pictures, but, in my mind,
right,
there wasn't like a drastic change. But then all through your childhood, like you change constantly. So it's just such a weird, time is so strange to me. Or like I'll see somebody, there was a teacher who I worked with probably 10 years ago. 10 years. That's kind of a long time. Yeah. And I saw her and she looked like she had not aged a day. Huh. And she told me the same thing. Oh my gosh, you look exactly the same, which is bullshit because I do not. But I definitely thought that about her. Like, you look exactly the same. That is so strange to me.
Yeah.
So just weird things like that throw me for a loop. They'll like make me go down a rabbit hole of like, how does time work?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's strange. So I liked her idea of like the thinning of time, and maybe it's just two worlds in that same place and something strange happens at a certain time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to take that one because it's kind of spooky.
Yeah. And I agree with her in the fact that she says like there are some paranormal things that overlap into science. Yeah. I definitely think that there are fields of science like time where we think we're close to it. Yeah. We think we have it figured out, but there's still a lot of room for those theories to be debunked.
That's fully how I feel about the paranormal.
Okay. Except for
okay. A bitchy okay, but okay.
I didn't mean for it to be bitchy. I just meant like, okay, that's how you feel about that. When I think specifically ghosts,
yeah,
coming back to specifically haunt, to me that is just a little far-fetched.
All right. Okay. 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 How about that? Okay.
Like, I would almost be more open to it if they weren't hauntings. They were just things that happened that you picked up on. But people will write stories like they're specifically being haunted. And that's where I really get skeptical. Like, what? They're coming back. They have nothing better to do. They're coming back.
They could have
to
forever.
Scare the shit out of you.
Just bored. Wouldn't you? If you were just like, stuck somewhere?
That's what
you would do.
But here's my thing. I also have a hard time grasping and understanding who gets stuck and who gets to go on and where they get to go on to. Like that all of that, like, just gets really fuzzy at a certain point.
Yeah. Well, I really like, not that I like J.K. Rowling because she sucks, but I like her explanation of ghosts in the Harry Potter world. It's like,
of course you do.
They could choose to say, like, if somebody was really afraid of death, they could put a spell on themselves that would make them be a ghost when they died.
So now we believe in spells.
No, I'm just saying I like that thought of like, maybe if somebody's really afraid of dying, they could be like, I don't want to die. This is, and like manifest it almost. Okay. And then they die and they're like, oh, well, now I'm stuck here.
Yeah, be like, well, shit.
Yeah, I bet they hate it.
Let me take that back.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure they regret it later, which then they feel stuck.
So you can't ever turn that back and go,
I don't know.
Wait a second.
I've never been a ghost.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who decides?
I don't know. Maybe you can go back and forth to wherever you're at. I feel like we don't just, I don't think we're just dead in the ground and then there's nothing else.
Okay.
That seems so lame. I hope that's not the answer.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not going to pretend I know any of the answers.
Right. And I also am not necessarily closed off to like reincarnation, but even that, I'm like, well, how does that system work? Where do you sign that paperwork?
Yeah.
How does all that how do you figure out all that?
I don't know. I feel like if you're going to open the door to reincarnation, you just kind of have to open it up to any kind of spirit, because that's like...
Well, okay. So energy going back into the universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not in ghost form that's like, ooh, I'm going to haunt you.
There's never an actual ghost story of ooh.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay. So those are my debunks.
Okay, I'll take them. I mean, I like where you went with the last one.
Okay. Thank you.
I can't say she wasn't on pot in the middle one, but she didn't mention it, and she feels free to mention the other ones.
That's true.
I do kind of really like your sticky computer button theory.
Yeah, thanks. I think that one's good. I think, okay, maybe the missed one, like if you know, like let's take out pot, because I really think that Chelsea, A, would have probably mentioned it.
Yeah.
Or B, she can handle her own. So I feel like even if she was, whatever. So if I had to take that out, I wonder if there was any chance of there being like some sort of dream state that she thought she was doing dishes in. Like this was a memory that she kind of like, I don't know, something like that. Or if there was like fog.
Why would you just have fog in your house?
I don't know. Is the window open? How does fog work?
Have you ever just had fog in your house? If so, I think you need to call somebody for that. That doesn't seem like something that should happen.
I don't know. I'm trying not to piss Chelsea up. I'm trying to debunk in a way that doesn't bring up pot so that Chelsea doesn't get mad at me. And then all of a sudden, oh, I feel bad, Chelsea. I'm sorry. I'm sure it wasn't pot. I'm sure it was a ghost. Okay, there we go. Ghosts exist in this one tiny little story.
Okay, all right.
So that Chelsea still likes me.
I win.
Okay, for this 2-second little moment in time.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm happy to take it. Okay. That's what she said. Sorry.
How do you do that? Do you just like wait for it?
No, I don't. Once I say it, then I think, oh, that's funny. I don't just have like a bank of them in my head.
Oh, it's good. It's funny.
Okay, you're up.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this one was submitted directly to our website.
Awesome.
Which is great. That's so much fun. That always makes me think, oh, people went to our website.
I know.
Like we're legit or something. Thank you, Stephanie and Bob, for that lovely website. The whole reason I bring up the website, though, is that when you submit it, we did not put a place. Oh, or we could blame Stephanie and Bob. No, we're not. No, we're not going to do that. But we did not put a place for your name to be attached to it. So we don't know who this is from.
But they know us and think we know who it's from.
Yeah, and clearly they've submitted a story before. So hello again, whoever you are. Hi, ladies. I have another spooky story for you. So the last one was spooky.
All right.
Okay. Good. Yeah. This one is long, so I apologize. Don't apologize for that.
Nope.
It's worth it, I think. It happened during my annual girls' weekend with some college friends, so I wanted to wait until after this year's trip. Wait, I know who this is.
Yep.
I know who this is. It was a fan favorite.
Uh-huh. Sarah.
Yes, it's Sarah.
Oh my gosh, look at me.
You're so good.
Thank you.
Okay, well, now I'm really excited.
We're like 80% sure.
No, I'm sure.
You're sure?
Yeah, because she says in that fan thing, I have to wait till my next girls' weekend.
Okay.
I mean, the coincidence of that would be a ghost. Sarah would then be a ghost. Okay, so yeah, like 90% sure now that it is Sarah.
Well, hi, Sarah. Thanks for using our website. What'd you think?
I know. Yeah. What, you like that cute picture of us in the very front?
Yeah.
That one's cute.
What about that picture on page 3?
Nope, that one's not a good one.
Just kidding. I'm trying to get people to go check it out. I don't even know what's on the 3rd page.
Oh, yeah. Is there a 3rd page? Who knows? Let's get back to the story. Here we go. It happened during my annual girls' weekend with some college friends, so I wanted to wait until after this year's trip to tell you the tale because it involves a vengeful ghost, and I didn't want to jinx this year's trip. Luckily, it was mostly drama-free. I hate you, Southwest Airlines. Oh, no.
Oh, I love Southwest. They're so trashy.
Anywho, last year's trip took place in Galena, Illinois. We rented a beautiful Airbnb in the territory, a beautiful wooded area outside of Galena. Galena itself is an old river town. It's very quaint and full of cute shops, restaurants, and a ton of dark history, as these river towns tend to be.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah. One night we did a haunted pub crawl. Yay! Oh my gosh, this place sounds fun. The host of the pub crawl was awesome and full of knowledge about the town and its many disasters and changes over the century and a half that the town had been around. The history major in me soaked it all up. I loved it. At one point, the host, let's call him Andy, not to hide his identity, but because I can't remember his actual name. I love that. Got out his dowling rods. What's that?
Boy, I'm really glad that's where that went. Dowling rods are these like 2 metal sticks.
Okay.
I think they're metal, and you hold them like parallel to each other.
I know what a dowel rod is, but it's not metal. It's wood.
I think these are metal.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Okay.
You hold them parallel.
Okay.
And then you announce, like, if you want to say yes, make the sticks touch. And if you want to say no, make them go apart.
And you don't think Andy's going to make those touch?
I mean, I've never met Andy. I can't vouch for him specifically.
After a demonstration, he asked for volunteers. At this point, my friend June, I love the name June.
Me too.
Jumped out of her seat and damn near tackled him because she wanted those rods. I love it, June.
Oh,
go for
like
it.
Let me hold them?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't trust Andy?
Probably. June followed Andy's instructions. She asked a few questions, hoping that she was in contact with her grandma, who had passed a year before. She was not. The mood and atmosphere was becoming very heavy.
Oh.
She was in touch with a former patient of hers that had passed away. June works in the medical field. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
She specifically asked if the spirit thought that June had let her down. The spirit said yes. That's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know that I'd ask that question because there's probably a lot of times I've let a lot of people down.
Was June from this place? Like, why are all these spirits going with June?
I feel like once those dowel rods come out, there we go.
Oh, yeah. You just found out what they are. That's what I always say. Like once those dowel rods come out.
Offended you so much. You just found out what they are. Made me laugh. This is when I realized I was crying and others were tearing up too. It was eerie. Andy jumped in and shut it down at this point.
Good job, wow. Andy.
Right. We did a few more bars and managed to enjoy the rest of the night. When we got back to our Airbnb, we probed June for details. She never talks about her work, so we had no idea what was going on. She explained this patient and her situation and her own feelings of guilt. So this is when drunk me got pissed off.
Oh.
Ooh. June is the most wonderful, caring, and hardworking person I've ever met.
Oh.
For this goes to make her feel even worse about a situation that was already weighing on her just infuriated me. Oh, uh-oh, she takes action.
Yeah, Mama Bear.
Yes, here she goes. So I voiced my opinion about said spirit in both life and afterlife.
Oh.
And let's say I was not complimentary.
Oh, boy.
That's when I started to feel weird, almost like there was a fog in the room, but there wasn't actually a fog. I chalked it up to drinking too much and continued to shit talk the spirit. Oh, she's like not learning her lesson. She's like, I'm deviling down.
I also like that you're in luck because tonight Megan is accepting fog in rooms as actual ghosts.
Yep, there it is. You're funny, Erin. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I meant that wholeheartedly. When we finally called it a night, I was in my bedroom and I could not shake this feeling of being watched.
Ugh.
My door was shut, curtains closed. I was alone, but not. It was weird. I plugged my phone and Apple Watch to charge for the drive home in the morning and then pulled the covers over my head to shut out the creepy feelings. The next morning, we cleaned up the house and packed up our cars to head out. I got in my car and remembered that I had left my phone and watch still charging in my bedroom. Oh, thank goodness. That's the worst when you forget your phone and charger.
Yeah.
I ran back into the house to grab them and they were gone. Gone. They were nowhere to be found. I started to panic because I needed the GPS for the 2.5-hour drive home. I searched that entire house, even though I know that I had checked them to make sure they had fully charged, and they had, and left them where they were. I went back outside and searched my car. Nothing. On a whim, I started digging through my suitcase, and there they were, at the very bottom, under the extra clothing I had brought, and so under the extra clothing that she had brought, but had never touched for the entire weekend.
Huh.
And Isn't that what we do as women? We pack like,
oh my gosh,
like in a regular week.
Yeah, I pack about 4 alternate outfits. Yes. Like, what if I don't want to wear that day?
Right. I want choices.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Oh, that's funny. My watch battery was completely dead, and my phone only had 2% charge despite being fully charged an hour before.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, I know, that is weird. I knew I'd have to wait until I got home to sort out my watch, but I plugged my phone into the jack of my car so that I could pull up my GPS and a podcast for the drive. I wonder which podcast you listen to. It probably wasn't ours, but it's fine. It's fine if it wasn't, Sarah. It's fine. I texted my husband that I had no GPS and was heading east, hoping for the best. Good luck to myself. I left my phone plugged into the charger for a while as I drove. It died 2 minutes later. Fortunately, my drive was mostly a straight shot, but there were a few zigzags through small towns that I was worried about. I drove for about an hour and a half and finally started to relax. I was close enough to home at this point that I knew where I was going. That's when my phone suddenly started working. My watch hasn't worked correctly since then.
Oh my gosh.
I think the spirit that June contacted followed us home and heard what I said. I think she was hanging on to her anger in the afterlife, and I upset her, and she took revenge. I will admit, had I been sober, I would have had nothing but compassion for this woman and what she dealt with in her life. But that night, I just got mad at the way she made my friend feel. The moral of the story, do not shit talk a ghost. They might still be angry about life and willing to seek revenge. This year's trip was to Nashville, and I was lucky enough to not attract or anger any spirits. My phone is working, but I am still in the market for a new watch. That sucks.
That is crazy.
Thanks for listening to my drama. I'm off to go to make dinner for my kids. They insist on me feeding them daily.
It's ridiculous.
What the hell? Preferred pronouns, she, her. Oh, man, Sarah. Okay. How do Apple Watches work? Tell me more, Erin, because I don't have one of those bougie things.
They work like every other Apple product where they work seamlessly.
But they sync into your phone.
They sync into your phone, and as they stop to work, the battery just gets shorter and shorter. You know how it's like, I swear I just had this charged.
Okay.
But it's like a rapid decline. Once you notice the battery going down, it still has never worked. By now, it wouldn't turn on.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like if I noticed my battery suddenly wouldn't hold
a charge. You don't charge it?
I charge it every night.
So you can charge that, but then if the battery on the inside is like bad.
Yeah, you know how like when your phones, they're like, hey, I want you to buy a new phone. We're going to make your battery die in 30 minutes.
Well, my suggestion, can you go get a new battery, or do you just get a whole new watch?
Probably for the watch, I would just get a new watch.
Okay.
But they usually last you years. Like I got this at the start of COVID.
I'm just wondering if there wasn't a glitch. Just, throwing it out there, Sarah. I'm not saying that you didn't have a mean spirit. Also, though, I just kind of don't want you to feel bad about protecting your friend.
Yeah.
I mean, to speak ill will to anybody out into the universe, we've all done it.
Yeah.
It happens. I
think
I probably
has done it a lot.
Definitely did it today at some point, so listen, it happens. But I don't think that that's like instant karma. I don't know that I believe in that.
I don't think she's claiming karma. She's claiming
ghost. Right. She's ghost karma. Like she put it out there and then like, boom, it came right back to her phone. I'm just wondering if there wasn't some sort of connection between her phone and her watch. They both kind of glitched at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. I would even give you that. But first of all, I don't think that would last over a year. And second of all, why was it underneath the clothes she had never touched?
What about hackers? Can hackers get into your phone?
Who would hack your watch? Nobody cares.
Well, if they want to get your information, can they use your phone to hack into your
I've got no phone? Information. They would know how many steps I took a day.
Hackers are kind of like ghosts to me. I'm like, what? Who are these people? What are they doing? They are so confusing to me. I'm like, what do they do all day long? They just sit in their basement and hack things for the sake of hacking them?
I guess you could put Apple Pay on your watch if you want to do that, but I don't do that because I'm not smart enough.
And I'm afraid I buy too much hot water. When I watch people, and I'm so sorry, Erin, this is no offense, but when I watch people with their little tiny watches and they're like pushing buttons, I'm so sorry. There's so many listeners right now that are like, that's me you're talking to. And I know.
It's me too, so it's okay.
Yeah. But it's like, It reminds me of Zoolander, like when he's like tiny, like that tiny little phone.
How are they going to fit in? Is it a building? Is it a school for ants?
But he gets his little cell phone. It's like tiny little cell phone. That's what Apple Watches are to me. When I see people like trying to read their text, I'm like, it's a watch. It's a watch.
It's so convenient.
That's supposed to tell time, not
I love
be a phone on your wrist. That's the strangest thing in the world to me. But anyway,
I love it.
Well, clearly Apple knows what they're doing. A lot of people buy them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Sarah, who needs an Apple Watch?
Okay. How was it underneath her clothes that she had not touched?
Okay. So I know that there's many times, I've been on a few girls' weekends. They're fun. A lot of fun stuff happens the night before. You could have been a little hungover. You're like packing stuff up. You forgot that you had already grabbed that phone. You thought, oh, I need to remember. But you actually did. You grabbed it. You threw it in the suitcase. You tilt the suitcase up. It falls behind some clothes. And then there you're like, oh, okay, there it is.
All right.
Gravity, baby.
Nah. It's a nah for me. It's a ghost.
Okay, well. So you think that spirits can lift up a phone and like they can lift it? Okay, here's what I want. I want everybody to stop and picture like this phone lifting through there and then all of her clothes lifting up.
No, and they could slide it under.
Okay, still picture it. And that's what happened? Or was it like a what is that, Bewitched, where the nose twitches and then all of a sudden the phone is like where it needs to go?
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. I've never been a ghost. So I don't know all the details. Okay.
I just want to know what it actually looks like.
I just feel like things can move. They can move.
Right.
Ghosts can move things.
Okay.
I've had things like a necklace that I looked for months.
Okay, I just want to know, what does it actually look like when the ghost moves it?
I don't know.
Is it just like
it? Maybe it's just automatic. They just move it.
They just say, "I want that to go right there."
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, that'd be nice.
Maybe they're maybe they can like make themselves opaque and like cover it, conceal the movement.
Okay, fog. Okay, fog. All right, you scoff at my fog theory.
I don't scoff because fogs are allowed to be ghosts tonight.
I'm just saying, often I'll throw out a debunk and you scoff. Oh, they make themselves opaque.
Yeah, around it. And then you don't see it moving. They like put it in their little ghost bra.
Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that.
And then you can't see it because she's a ghost.
I hide everything in my bra.
It's like an invisibility cloak. And then they get to where they want to put it, and then they slip it down, and they let gravity help them, and then it's hidden underneath the clothes.
There you go.
I solved it.
Yep, there it is. And if you want to know how ghosts work, we figured it out tonight. Okay, so are you ready for our fan favorite?
Always.
Okay, me too. Here we go.
You look ready.
I am ready. I'm excited about this one. Really, I'm excited because I love when I wait I don't love when I wait to the last minute, but I love that if I do and they write back in time, I'm like, yes. Okay. I didn't even have to say because they're here for me. But I am telling on myself.
Oh, you didn't even have to say that you.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say that I forgot, but here I am. I'm letting everybody know. Okay. Telling on myself. Okay, here we go. So we picked the fabulous, the wonderful Alyssa, who called herself a silent lurker, which I thought was so funny. But she decided to like finally make her support public when she came on her Facebook, because she said, we keep talking about all of the members in our Facebook page that don't listen.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm not one of those. I listen. I just don't comment a whole lot on Facebook. And it was really the sweetest message.
It was so nice. It really made my whole day.
Yeah. And you sent me a text like specifically about, you're like, go to our Facebook right now and look at the kindest message ever. So, and it made both of our days. So here we go. I, of course, do my spiel. I thanked her for her silent support. And she says, to be fair, my support isn't silent while I grocery shop or clean the house listening to you guys. My laughs are very audible, LOL. Thanks for choosing me. I wish I lived closer to you guys and could casually run into you in public to swoon away. But boo, I don't. Anyway.
For a minute, I thought she was like, but boo. Like she was calling you boo. No, but boo, I don't.
Boo. Wow, we're already there, Alyssa.
I like it. I'm a little jealous. No, but boo. Bummer.
But boo. Sorry, maybe I read it like that way. But boo. I know. I'm just used to be called boo. Okay, hold on. Anyway, I'd love to plug this podcast my sisters recommended to me. Oh, shut up. She is so funny. It's called Twisted Sisters. Its fan base can be quite divided at times, but the wholesome comedy and respectful, compassionate, and authentic nature of its hosts is downright bitchin'. And then she puts laughing faces.
Is she?
She's joking with us.
For sure.
Yes, because then she says, no, in all seriousness.
Oh, that's so cute. I was like, maybe they really are.
I know.
Podcast. We need to check
your face was like, wait a second. Are we in competition with the Twisted Sisters?
No, I really just thought, like, are we going to get sued? We said Twisted Sisters do Waverly.
Oh, well, nah, fine. It's fine. If we get sued by anybody, it should be by the actual Twisted Sisters, not like people.
And they should get sued.
Right. There you go. In all seriousness, you guys are awesome and very comforting and calming my negative inner dialogue.
Oh, do you need me to lick your nose? Because I will.
Right. Although there are many organizations that are plug-worthy, I'd just really like to emphasize the importance of therapy. After years of struggling internally, I dove headfirst into therapy a couple of years ago, made it a priority, and unabashedly vocalized my practice of and value found in consistent therapy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that is amazing. There are so many people who feel, and then in parentheses, I guess, embarrassed or ashamed or like it's a taboo subject to discuss or admit to going to therapy. But when someone normalizes it, those walls quickly fall, and a deep level of comfort and respect often forms. I'd like to continue the normalization of therapy. There is no shame in asking for or admitting to needing help. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been toying with the story to send you. Ooh. And I'm trying to...
That was awful. I'm so sorry. Yay, I'm excited.
I mean, I feel like I gave a normal ooh excited, but you got like next level.
It's really good at bourbon. I'm so sorry.
You like sang it. Ooh.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yay,
I'm excited to hear your story.
No, that sounded flat. Yay. You were like to two extremes. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yay. I'm so excited.
Don't even try. Just stop.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Okay. Well, we're excited. Can't wait. Some more than others.
I'm sorry. It really was genuine. Okay.
I can't stop. I just keep hearing
Oh, you have to stop. It hurts so bad.
I feel. Okay. Hold on.
Stop it. I cannot start again. No, that one hurts so bad. Why are you doing it? It's not even that funny
it's
anymore.
not that funny anymore. It's just that laughing is. Oh my gosh. Every time I try to stop, I just keep thinking.
Don't do it again.
I can't help it. It just keeps popping in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
She's going to write a story, and we're excited about it.
Not anymore. She's not going to write one anymore.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay. I'm so glad we're not in church right now.
I felt like we were in church.
It did. It really did. Okay. And I'm trying to think of all the ways you.
I'm not doing anything.
Stop.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, it feels like you are. It feels like you're going to go, ooh.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do it again. It really hurt so bad to laugh that hard.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be a nightmare to edit.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Just keep the whole thing in there. It's funny.
I'm keeping a lot of it.
And I'm trying to think of all the ways you, Megan, would debunk it, LOL.
Oh, good.
As a preemptive strike. Oh, she's getting ready,
that.
right?
I love that approach.
I'm a pretty skeptical, rational, not to say believers aren't rational, and scientific person, but oh my gosh, I can't even take it.
What, me?
Look at this one.
Oh
no! Why? She did that. Oh no! She wrote her next line as like ooh, just like you're excited. Oh my gosh! I've just gotten over it.
It's fine. We recovered quickly.
But paranormal stories spook me out. Maybe my skepticism is denial? ? And then a upside down smiley face. You guys, nope. That's just you guys love me. I read that totally backwards.
It would be true.
That's true. That is true. Love you guys. Keep spitting out episodes more quickly, please, and continue building this wonderful community. Alyssa, she, her.
Oh, Alyssa. So sweet.
I mean, I'm so glad I picked you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to FaceTime her. I almost did a second ago. I'm going to go Facebook stalker, though.
This is what I need to know with therapy. I would love to get started.
Yeah.
I'm so intimidated to get started.
So I went once and I felt like I just cried.
Yeah.
So hard the entire hour I was there that he literally could not hear what I was saying.
Oh,
and I just kept like apologizing. I mean, it was after kind of a tragic event, but I mean, the whole hour, like at one point I started like then I just seemed like out of my mind. But I was like laughing at how like ridiculous it was that he's just was, like sitting there listening. He was so nice. Like he didn't stop me. He like, clearly he's like, this is what you need. Just get it out. And he was very supportive. But for an hour, I sat there and ugly cried. And then I was like, okay, I'm kind of like we just laughed, ugly laughed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, no, I'm ready to talk about it. And then the minute I would start talking about it, I couldn't get it out. And then at the end of the hour, I was like, well, thank you. I was like, wow, that was that. But I mean, clearly that's what I needed.
Can you imagine being a therapist? Because I can sit and talk.
I would love it.
I can talk all day, but
sitting and listening,
watching somebody cry for an hour, I could not do that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. He was really good about just letting me be.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
And I have a hard time because I want to save. Like I want to swoop in and be like, okay, let's figure this out.
There'd be a part of me that was like, oh, this is what they need. And then that part of me would be like, I'm just going to play a quick game on my phone until they get it together. That's not nice.
Yeah, I think art is your job.
Yeah,
I think
people have callings,
picked the right career.
And therapy is not mine. I mean, I would love to go. I don't know how to start.
Yeah.
If you're like scared to start, Alyssa, how do I start? When I go, what do I say? Because I don't have like a burning problem that I'm like, I got to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't think you have to have a burning problem.
But I would love that. I would love an emotional
a burning
support.
problem.
No,
well, girl,
no,
let's work on that.
Sorry. I would love to have a therapist that I could like, hey, they're my therapist. This is what we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
But how do I start that?
Part of a therapist's job is to open those doors.
Yeah. Is to
say like, okay, like just kind of some guiding questions to get to know you. And then those kind of organically happen.
All right. Well,
I mean, he asked me one guiding question and then the rest of the time.
Like, I assume there were more.
Yeah, I guess he probably had more, but I didn't let those come out. So, but I did walk away there feeling a lot better.
Okay.
I mean, even though that's just all I needed. Yeah. But I would love to go back.
Our insurance, like as teachers in our district, we get 3 sessions. And I've never been brave enough to go to
Let's do it. We'll do it together.
No, I don't want to go with you.
Not like joint therapy, but I mean, like we'll like research it together, and I'll say like, we can pick different therapists because that might be weird for them to know. Okay. We want to talk about each other.
All they talked about was their podcast.
All they do is, I'm their fan favorite next week. It's really.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no, we absolutely agree though, Alyssa, that therapy. I mean, in my profession, all day long, I'm talking, I work with therapists. I'm talking to therapists. I'm on the phone with therapists. I'm recommending therapists.
Oh, I think it is incredible.
Yeah. And
I'm just scared to get started.
I do think that there has been in the last probably 10 years, a big shift in, people accepting therapy, because at least I've noticed it like in the field that I'm in.
Yeah.
It used to be, and it was, and there still is a bit of a stigma around it sometimes. Like when I reach out to parents and say, how about let's do some therapy? But here, especially through this pandemic, if there's a silver lining through this pandemic, I think it is that everybody is kind of going, okay, we need something.
Yeah.
Like a lot of trauma happened during the pandemic. And you don't have to have trauma, like a big event, to make it resonate with you by any means, or to help you, with any issues that you might be having. But I think it's being more normalized, and I love that word. I think that it is. People are talking about it more, and I think that people are a little bit more open to it, especially because of the pandemic. It's like a lot of shit went down.
Yeah.
And so we need some help. And so hopefully that will continue, and not because of just horrible things happening, but just because it should be normalized. Absolutely. Yeah. Talking to somebody.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Wonderful.
All right.
Wow. Alyssa, thank you for the good laugh. Alyssa. I feel like that was therapeutic.
I feel like that was my best workout I've had in weeks.
Right. Oh man, that was funny.
All right.
Check out our website at www.myskepticalsister.com to find out our P.O. Box, live show information, and write in your own spooky story. You can also join our Patreon there. $3 a month gets you weekly bonus content like my sisterly advice and extra bloopers. Plus, you get a sticker. $5 a month gets you all that and a monthly movie night with us. You can also write in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and join our Facebook page.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Ahui ho.
La 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 la. Why is this not lighting up?
Hello, hello, hello.
Shoot, I don't think it's on, Megan.
Well, we sounded good.
We'll sound better now.
Yes, we will. Should we just do all that again?
No.
You really are tired.
I think it'll be fine.
Do you want to stop and listen to the difference?
Not really.
Okay.
I just want to go for it.
All right. Well, if you're just now tuning in, good, because we just remembered to turn our mics on. So the first 7 minutes of banter, we probably sounded like shit. Did I talk with her on Instagram?
It's a great question. I have no idea. I want to know that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it was so we propped June up. I'm like, why would they prop June up? And that
became a weekend at Bernie's real fast.
I know. In that second of me, my mind not reading as fast as my lips did, or vice versa, I was like, prop June up. Why would they prop her up? I'm here now. Okay. Probed. If you want to know how ghosts work. Golly, it's not even reading that's tripping me up tonight. It's just talking.
Yeah, I'm pretty drunk.
Well, might as well fill up this one. Let's see if I can mess this one up. I don't know why. You're just in a hurry. Sure. Okay. That felt like a lot of work.
You deserve a drink.
What?
You deserve a drink.
I do. After bagging that milk in that bag. Bagging that milk.
After bagging that.
Ahui ho.
Nope.
That's ahui ho. Until we meet again.
Who you calling ahui ho?
And I was so tired of I feel horrible. But now I'm just like, whatever. Let's just roll.
Yeah, it is what it is here.
I'm you literally said the wrong person's name
for a whole story. We made jokes about that person
throughout the whole thing.
Oh my god.
And we're going with it. So whatever, let's just rock and roll.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good. I didn't have the microphones turned on for a while.
True. That was step one. The mics were not on. Is this side supposed to be lighting up too?
That's a great question, Megan. And I don't have the answer to that.
Thank you, Stephanie and Bob. for that lovely website. So here we go. Well, the whole point of me bringing up that website is shit here. Oh my gosh, it's been a long week and it's only Monday.
You know how moms of newborn babies should never be like, "Oh, my baby slept all through the night."
Yeah,
and announce it.
You should never say.
I should never say, "We did so good last
week."
Yeah.
Don't. That's on you. Yeah. All on you. Remember that when you hate me in the editing part.
No problem.
Okay.